The plasma bolt screamed through the air, its violet trail cutting through the smoke-choked battlefield like a harbinger of death. Lieutenant Arya Cade saw it in the fraction of a second that separated life from extinction. Her combat-enhanced reflexes processed the trajectory, the target, and the inevitable outcome with cold mathematical precision. The alien cub stood frozen in the crossfire, its crystalline eyes wide with terror. It couldn't have been more than 5 solar cycles old by human estimation. Its bronze-scaled hide still soft and unmarked by the ritual scars of adulthood, the child of Tyrell's bloodline, recognized by the crimson crest that marked the chieftain's descendants. Arya didn't think. Thinking was for strategy sessions and command briefings. This moment demanded something more primal, something that transcended species and stellar boundaries. She moved. Her augmented legs propelled her across the 12 meters of scorched earth in less than 2 seconds. The cub looked up at her, confusion replacing fear as this strange, soft-skinned creature barreled toward it. Arya wrapped her arms around the small being and twisted, putting her armored back between the child and the incoming death. The plasma bolt struck with the force of a collapsing star compressed into a single point. Her combat suit's shields flared brilliant white, absorbing what they could before failing. The residual energy tore through the reinforced plating, through synthetic muscle fibers, through flesh and bone. Arya Cade screamed. Not from pain, though that was considerable, but from defiance. The sound was raw and primal, a human war cry that echoed across the battlefield and froze both human and Cathari forces in their tracks. She didn't let go of the cub. The explosion threw them both into a crater. Arya's armor sparked and wheezed, its power core critically damaged. Her spine felt like molten metal, and the tactical display inside her helmet flickered with critical damage warnings. But beneath her, cradled against her chest, the cub breathed. Unharmed, alive. "Stay down," she whispered, tasting copper in her mouth. The universal translator built into her suit converted her words into the clicking, melodic language of the Cathari. "Stay quiet, little one." The battlefield had gone silent. Both sides had witnessed the moment, had seen the human soldier sacrifice herself for an enemy's child. In the cultural lexicon of the Cathari, such an act had a name, Shorakal, the sacred shield. It was a concept from their oldest myths, when heroes gave their lives to preserve innocence. They had never seen another species perform it. Thrall emerged from the Cathari defensive line, his 7-foot frame imposing even among his towering people. His war armor was scorched and dented, his plasma rifle still smoking, but his weapons were lowered as he approached the crater where the human soldier and his youngest offspring lay. Human. Tyrell's voice rumbled like distant thunder, transmitted through the universal channel. Why? Arya looked up at the alien chieftain, blood trickling from the corner of her mouth. She smiled, though it hurt to do so. Because that's what we do. We protect the ones who can't protect themselves. All of them. Even yours. She shifted, gently pushing the cub toward its father. The small Cathari scrambled up the crater's edge and into Tyrell's waiting arms. The chieftain held his child close, his third eye, the one that denoted deep emotion in his species, opening to regard the fallen human with something that transcended gratitude. "Your name," Tyrell demanded softly. "I will know the name of the one who holds Shorakal." "Lieutenant Arya Cade," she whispered. "First Expeditionary Force, Earth." Tyrell nodded slowly. He turned to his warriors, still holding his trembling child. His voice carried across the battlefield with the weight of law. "Ceasefire! The human warriors are not our enemies this day. They are Kalashora, sacred shields." The concept rippled through the Cathari ranks like electricity. Sacred shields, protectors of the innocent. In their culture, those who bore that title were revered above all others, written into song and story, honored across generations. Human medics rushed forward as the Cathari forces withdrew. Arya felt hands on her, felt the sting of emergency stims, heard the urgent voices of her comrades. Captain Morrison's face swam into view, his expression a mixture of relief and disbelief. "You crazy, beautiful idiot," he breathed. "You just ended a war." Arya tried to laugh, but it came out as a cough. Did I at least look cool doing it? Like a goddamn legend, she did survive. The human medical technology, advanced as it was, couldn't fully repair the damage to her spine. She would walk again, but never run. Never fight. Her career as a frontline soldier was over. But something else had begun. 3 months later, the war formally ended. The Cathari Concordat and the Human Coalition signed a peace treaty in a ceremony attended by dignitaries from 40 worlds. Taral himself led the Cathari delegation, and standing beside him, wearing the crystalline pendant of the Kala Shora, was Lieutenant Ariakade. In the years that followed, her name became legend on the Cathari homeworld. Children hatched knowing the story of the human warrior who defied death itself to save one of their own. Artists rendered her likeness in holographic monuments. Poets composed epics in her honor. Schools taught her name alongside their greatest heroes. And on Earth, humanity learned what it meant to be truly heroic, not through conquest or dominance, but through the simple, terrible, beautiful act of choosing compassion over survival, love over logic, and hope over hate. Ariakade took a blast for an alien cub and became a bridge between worlds, proof that the best of humanity lay not in their weapons or their ships, but in their unshakable conviction that every life, regardless of origin, deserved protection. She became legend. She became hope. She became human.